Hey, what's up, Unbroken Nation? And I forced myself to go into men's group coaching, and it
Mhm.
changed my life forever. Like, it's really incredible what happened through that. I'm curious, Ben, what do we do for men who are listening to this and they're like, I don't know where to start?
It's a great question. I just asked that of someone earlier today. Well, someone who leads men's groups and has been part of men's groups, uh, you know, I would say first of all, actually, my intuition is telling me you're already in the right place. You're already in the right place. If you're here and you're listening, start to practice awareness, start to practice cultivating those spaces where you don't feel safe. And then start talking about it with other men in your life. Start asking for help. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, Google men's groups. Google, any type of, there's so many men's groups and men's teams out there. And I think that's a great place to start. Looking for a therapist, anyone where you feel safe, whether it's someone you know or you don't know. I find being around other men, uh, it helps me hold accountable for the spaces I feel most uncomfortable, and that's where I know I need to lean in. I even avoid some of my closest male friends sometimes because I know how big of a leader they see me as, and it's confronting. And so we practice spending time together, like holding each other accountable for our greatness, and practice holding space for the days when we're not okay. And I think that's really important, is just practicing being able to say when you're not okay or when you need help. So it could be as simple as just practice asking for help.
The word that comes to mind in you saying that, and you're welcome to go deep into this, please. The word that comes to mind is discomfort.
Mm.
Right? And so many people and men or women alike, I think the idea of vulnerability is freaking incredibly uncomfortable. It's one of those things that we do face shame, we do face guilt, we do face judgment and ridicule, but I've come to find most often from myself and less so from the world. And how do you step into that discomfort, Ben, to be able to get, because I think that there's a, and maybe I'm wrong here, but I believe that there's like this chasm between I need to ask for help and I'm asking for help. And in between those two moments is a whole lot of mind fucking. And so I'm really curious about how one actually steps into that.
Practice. That's the word that comes to mind. Practice. And for me, I mean, it's different for everybody, but you can ask for help anytime you want. You can say no, you can say stop, you can say yes, you can say help, you can say please. You can reach out anytime you want. It's really just, for me, it was like, how much pain did I want to be in? Turns out I was pretty good at being in a lot of pain and suffering. But it became a choice, and it's just when I couldn't handle it anymore, or when I just felt like I couldn't take it anymore, that was a great place. But you don't have to wait till you get to that place. That's what hopefully I'm here to help some people know. You don't have to like be behind bars or unemployable or destitute in order to ask for help. So it's just a practice, and then see what happens. It's like you're probably not going to die if you ask for help. Most likely in the Western society, if you're listening to this and you ask for help, you're probably going to live to the next moment. So you might as well ask, because it's basically like, well, what's costing you more, being where you are now and not asking for help? Because if you did, the worst thing that can happen is someone says no, right? And you're just right where you are right now. So there's an opportunity to kind of check ourselves and see, oh, yeah, how free do I want to be? Am I actually willing to be free? That's a good place to look. Like, do I actually want help?
Yeah.
Because we can't, no one can help you unless you're willing to help yourself. But even if you have the willingness to be willing, that's a great place to start. And
Yeah.
and I would pray for the willingness. That's what I used to do. If like I don't have it, I pray for it. I ask my friends for it. Can I borrow some of your courage, man? I don't know how you do that. And they'd be like, yeah, sure. And then just grab my hand and take me. It was mostly the resistance that was uh that that was costing me the most energy and that was taking the most effort. And once I stopped resisting so much, it turned out there was actually a lot of support available. So just starting to look for it and being willing to receive it.